Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today it's me and Richard together.
Yep.
So we're going to be taking a drive out covering the ins and outs of the test centre. So it's going to be a really good watch, and we'll be doing commentary along the way. So be sure to like and subscribe to both of our channels.
Both channels. Yeah,
because we both post really informative and funny.
RJ driving coach.
Yep.
I drive school and motoring.
I drive school and motoring.
Simple as that. So why are we filming the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of any driving test here?
First 5 minutes, very nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Probably
not driving up to your usual standard.
No, not at all. That's where the nerves kick in. It takes about 5. Well, really, all fear is, when you think about it, is fear fills the void where you have uncertainty. I don't know where I'm going, I don't know who I'm going to meet, and so you get nervous beforehand.
Fear of the unknown.
Fear of the unknown. You did it in the GCSEs, 9 o'clock, turn your papers over, feeling nervous, see the answers, the questions, you relax a bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, adrenaline takes about 5 minutes to come out the system. So the first 5 minutes, it's good to have as much positives as possible.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you can drive this on autopilot if you know everywhere you're going until you just get your nerves down.
Exactly.
Ditto. On the last 5 minutes.
On the last,
I've driven really well. Because we sit in the back. We always try and sit in the back as much as we can, watch people's driving tests, so you can really pick up on it.
Yeah.
And it can be like the last 5 minutes, you've driven really well, you know you've passed at this rate, you get more and more nervous.
That's it.
And it's awful. So the first 5 minutes, last 5 minutes. How many routes are there? Have you thought about it? 5 out, 5 in?
Yeah, I maybe a few more.
Well, let's do one at a time. We'll see where we go. And then
count up at the end.
So what you're going to do, we're going to split this into the 2 YouTube videos.
Yeah. If
you're watching this one, it might be the first 5 minutes. So there's another video of the last 5 minutes. And if you're watching the last 5 minutes, there's another one, if you see what I mean.
And we'll put the link at the top.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But do like and subscribe.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Right, let's carry on.
Let's do it. First route out, actually. Okay.
There's me looking over my shoulder out of habit.
I know.
That's terrible, isn't it? Do you ever get told off for fidgeting in driving tests at the back of the car?
Yeah. Last time I got told I was going to be put in a neck brace.
Stay still in the back. Who am I impersonating? No, you don't go there.
And coming through this industrial estate, you have to be very cautious, because you see, like this turn here, there's a lot of parked cars. We're sharing it with a lot of HGVs that share our side of the road as they come round there.
Yeah. So every test is going to come down to this roundabout, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever had anyone go left first exit here?
No.
No.
Only when the road was doing road work a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it is a tricky one, isn't it?
Well, you got a horrible roundabout down there. Why would you take someone past it when you've got a really good opportunity of the Tesco's roundabout? Hello, it's gone on. That moves all funny, that keeps on braking.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, that's the least important.
Because you're braking too hard, you see the camera goes all funny. And that comes off. Guess we're not going to have a rear view camera today.
We're not.
Right, we're off to Pytchley.
Yay!
Now what tends to happen is they don't want, the DVSA don't want everyone going in the same direction. At Kettering, 6 tests go off, on average 6 tests every episode, every hour. So you probably get 1 or 2 come this way.
Yeah.
Everyone else got to the roundabout, then they'll split, a couple will go to town, a couple will go up to the A14, and then they'll split from there.
Yeah, yeah.
Occasionally you follow well some of the test who's on test as well, which is a bit weird. Now the thing about this road, make progress where we can.
Exactly.
No dawdling, you don't get any favours for going slowly. Unnecessarily holding people up is as bad as going too fast for a road. We've got to find a little Goldilocks speed.
I'm doing 48 now, and I tend to say to my students that you want to be getting at least 45, because that road is a long clear view, so you can definitely stop in the distance so you can see there. It's not too narrow, and the hedges aren't really overgrown. They have been worse, so
as long as you can stop in the distance you can see ahead. Go, what is the problem? Don't think of speed as a number. Speed is, can you stop in the distance you can see ahead? It doesn't matter what speed you start from, as long as you can stop in that distance. Now then, here comes Pytchley.
So straight away, double bend. Chevron's here. Was it you that said your student come round and there was a horse here?
I don't like this camera, it's a bit silly.
I'll order the other one. We'll use that next time.
Yeah. I think we have to do those two, won't we?
Yeah, that'll be
It's
okay for
yeah,
us.
Now then,
Okay.
the lovely staggered junction.
Stringers Hill.
Stringers Hill. Or Kettering Road.
Or Kettering Road, yeah.
Now then, I'm going to take that off there. It's just being this.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a bit of momentum in it. Don't worry, let's carry on with that. You carry on. You talk this one through.
Okay,
So you love
so-
this road.
I do. So I tend to. I'm not fully engaging the clutch at all.
No.
And separate hazard routine, check-in,
Yeah.
and now I'm starting that engagement there because the roll down from the hill is more than enough.
Just enough momentum to get the
Yeah.
car moving and rolling. Any faster than that, you'll end up zooming off there, or
Yeah.
you run out of space. Now, the
Exactly.
important thing to remember there is you have to turn left and then right and clear the road if anything's coming from the right.
That's it.
If you turn left and there's a
gotta
car
be ready
coming that
to
way
stop.
and you stop the car, you have stopped the car unnecessarily. So kind of treat it like a crossroads, not
Yeah.
as. So basically, don't stop anything from the right. So we've left the test centre. First thing to do is turning right. Watch out for learners from the left. They
Yes.
come from there. Just because it's a dead end, it doesn't mean it's not that dead at all, is it?
It's not, no, not when it comes to learners. It's
No.
very busy learning.
So there's a couple of driving tests I know I've cocked up for people by. Well, they cocked it up themselves. of
That's
course.
it, yeah.
Follow the road. Every road's going to go this way, is it? Down here we go.
So,
We're going to the town centre.
town centre.
Town centre we go. What do you reckon? About 1 in 3 driving tests will go to the town centre? What do you
Yeah,
think?
as you say, I think it's
30%.
222, isn't it? Really?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm jumping.
I think it might depend on the time of day, because if it's like really busy at the 8 o'clock test, you can get held up in traffic. So I tend to find it might go a little bit more rural at the 8 o'clock test. Now this is delightful, this roundabout, because you cannot see cars coming round, and from the junction on the right where Tesco's is, it's very straight and obvious and people come through quite fast. So half the time here, your indication to go is the car's been stopped on the right.
Yeah, not everybody indicates.
No,
It's a
hardly anyone indicates correctly here.
And this is the first minute of your test.
Yeah.
So
don't go until you 100%
Yeah.
know. No gambles. Keep the gambling for the casino, not the driving test. It's the orange building there, isn't it? We should make that a headquarters, shouldn't we?
it's quite a,
So once you're out here, this is nice and simple. I think the hardest thing is actually keeping to 30.
yes.
Because it's 40 down to the roundabout, 30 changes here. It is quite a wide road. 30 does feel quite slow. And you haven't got your wits about you. You're going to drive at a speed you feel that's safe rather than what's legal.
And especially when everyone else is going to be driving at probably a faster speed.
So we're doing 30 now, aren't we, more or less?
Yeah.
And it feels quite pedestrian.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not so bad because actually the traffic in front is doing the same. When they're going faster or when there's nothing in front, that's when it's hard to...
Just keep your wits about you, keep your speed down. Well, an appropriate speed, isn't it?
Yeah. I also find that when they're coming this way, it's very usually following the sign test route for the town centre.
It's about 50-50 because there's one, isn't it, goes down London Road and turns left and goes
Turns
round.
left, yes, yeah.
But
Goes down there.
you're right, it tends to go down towards Corby and Stamford. It tends to follow the signs from Corby and Stamford and follow the signs of the town centre afterwards, or carry on following the signs of the Corby. I've never turned right at this roundabout for a test, have you?
No,
Always gone left. Never say never. So once you got past that first roundabout, it's quite a nice.
Yeah, it's.
Don't get yourself marooned on that crossing.
No.
Quite easy to get backed up because that will be a fault, of course. There we go. You should still use head down there, they either go up to, well, there's three ways it can go. Either turn off one of these roads left and starts fiddling through the meeting and passing, off to London Road, Corby and Stamford, or carry on and go down to the double roundabout. Okay, back to Orion Way. This time we're going to go up to the A14 and we're going to be running it to Junction 10, which is basically following the signs for A14 Huntington if you're following the sat-nav, if you're following the board signs. Now the first one you get is follow the signs all through routes, and if you cut the trees back you could read
Venture
it.
Park is what they're labelling it at the moment.
Now, whenever you come to this roundabout, it's always the left-hand side because it's always going to be the first exit or the third exit. Occasionally, you'll be taking the second exit to go into a Bay Park in the pub over there, but each one is fed 1, 2 and 3. You ain't going to Nando's on your test day, so you don't need to be on the right-hand side. Very nice. Rolling it around. That's a horrible junction to come out of.
It is.
If you're going to do the Bay Pub down by parking that pub, you come out as charged. Horrible.
We will cover that one.
Yeah. So we're going to second exit, follow the road ahead.
This one as well, I find students get quite hesitant where traffic comes.
I find people don't change gear too late and come in third gear.
Yeah.
Look, in fact, it does not open until now. Only at that point.
That's it. And because they're going straight on the right-hand lane, students get very nervous thinking they're going to come round. Because actually, if you've slowed down and given yourself time to assess it anyway,
you can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
See where the person's looking. If they're coming around to the right, they'll be looking to the right. So A14 Huntington, so it's the second exit left.
Again, early observations are key on this. So I can see he's coming off, and I'm definitely going to make it before that one, so that's fine.
Because we've got a nice roll in it, we just put the foot down and we can move away. We all move around together, don't we? So coming down here, onto the A14, thing about this slope road, it's not the longest in the world.
No.
And the road doesn't open up to see if it's accessible until you get to about here.
Here. No, I can see the caravan, so I'm actually going to accelerate because I'm going to be faster than him. She says.
That's the main thing. We're not going far.
No, so we're staying on here.
Next route out of the test centre, all tests come this way. We know that much. Can't predict too much on driving tests, but we know that much.
You still haven't answered my question.
What was the question?
Is it usually sat-nav or signs?
The last time I did it, it was signs.
Signs.
Then they went to follow the signs to Burton Latimer.
Yeah.
Then to the town centre and they stopped it. They stopped the independent bit as he got to the high street. So we're off to Wellingborough, up to Junction 9 on the A14. This is going to be the third exit left. Could be sat-nav, could be board signs. So, second exit following the road. And we're following the board signs to Wellingborough. Now don't confuse the third exit with the little knobbly bit which is your slip road off the A14.
Yes.
Early observations. Round we go. So that was your second exit. Following the road round. Now, dual carriageway, this has been recently changed, but it's only 50 miles an hour down to the next roundabout. Which lane are you staying in? People go faster than 50.
Yes, but it's...
I guess it all depends what's behind you, possibly.
Yeah. Because I'm now already having to think about going back over to the right for that straight on lane. So
Wellingborough straight on. It's a 12 o'clock rule. It must be the left-hand side. No, no such thing. And this one, we come down here, you follow the road to Wellingborough, jogged up into Burton Latimer. So you came across that late, realised once.
Shall I loop round?
Yeah. Out the test centre, turning right, beware of cars on the left. Don't go until you've got a line of sight. You should follow Jane's driving. We
should get a little mark sheet out.
Yeah, get a mark sheet out, get up the DL25. I'd like to think they drive impeccably.
Yeah, so
So we're off up to junction 9 on the A14. Second exit, follow the road. Again, this route can either be wall signs or sat-nav. I've had both.
I've only ever had sat-nav go this way.
Have you? I've definitely had
Good signs.
Yeah, and it sounds like it kind of helps out a little bit with the pitch.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult. It's not on the first planning board.
Yeah, exactly. It's only on the local routes, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I do find that the examiners do help you out with positioning, actually.
Yeah, very good actually. Like you may want to take from the left-hand side.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, that sort of thing.
If they know that it can be a bit confusing at times, they do give you pointers.
Well, they're not there to catch you out, aren't they?
No.
So, just want to see you drive the best of your ability. Do that and you're good enough, you'll pass. It's quite simple. Have you had any comments on YouTube along the lines of, got any tips for my driving test? My answer is, learn to drive. So, well, what do you want me to say?
Drive?
Now, what's a good idea is to remember that you need a little bit of help at the beginning. So if it says follow the signs of punchy, you know you're going to be on the right-hand side rather than flanneling around looking for planning boards. I mean, the punchy sign is so close that it's difficult to come across, wouldn't it, if you didn't see it?
Yeah.
So the first 5 minutes, you need to give yourself every help possible just to sort of battle what your nerves will be doing. If you know where each of these junctions is going, if you hear the word Wellingborough, you know you're going to be on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Now, I've had cars here come up too fast and nearly take my side out when I've come across here. So what's really needed is early as absolutely as possible, really keep an eye on there. If anything comes out, you've got the option of swinging it round the roundabout again.
They keep just
they're looking like that and coming round. They assume they're sitting there, they haven't double looked.
Yeah, exactly.
So once you're onto here, it's like the other Pinestone route. Quite a nice wide road, it's got markings down the middle, good opportunity to pick some speed up. Obviously easing off the corners because your visibility is just reducing.
Yeah, I'm just off the gas, I'm not braking, I'm just...
Technically, if you come off the gas pedal, you are braking, aren't you? Because you've got engine braking, so you are braking, you just don't need the extra assistance. Now if you come this way as well, be prepared that before you get to the village, we pull over the left hand side, you might be doing a controlled stop, additional control stop manoeuvre. So this is a bit of a different one up to the A14, where we don't go all the way straight up to the A14, we do a little bit of a detour. So you can catch people out this route. Generally on sat-nav this route, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, it has to be on sat-nav this route.
Yeah.
So it would be third exit following the road to Wellingborough. Again, always from the left-hand side. It's just like you to be around there. Now the sat-nav will take you up to this roundabout, where you'll be taking the first exit left.
They always have the conversation with you with what the sat-nav says.
Yeah, sat-nav tells you baloney.
Does that most of the time.
Yeah. It's a dreadful sat-nav. I mean, it was old in 2017 when they brought it in. It's like that. 7 years later. 6 years later. Whatever. You know what I mean.
I'm not counting.
Now, we're going to go third exit right here. Notice the speed limit changed to 30 miles an hour as well. Now the thing about this roundabout is it will not cancel your signal when you signal left off it. Something about the shape of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Very rarely I find. So we're coming around here, signaling left, you also cancel that. See what I mean? It doesn't, it'll stay on.
Hang on, wait.
Yours didn't. Yours didn't. But you got a left turn here.
Good cut.
Yeah, good car. We should be checking anyway.
Yeah.
I'd assume. And we're going to take the next exit right, and then pull over on the left-hand side of the road.
Have you been stopped on that hill before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
We pulled over there as well. Now pull up on the left-hand side. Now the thing here is not to pull over too soon because you're going to be moving off the course,
Exactly.
and you've got cars coming around from there. There we are. Pull up on the left-hand side of the road. It'll be on the sat-nav. Now, the reason they've done that is they want to see a hill start, or moving off from around a car, 2 for the price of 1 in the situation.
Yeah.
And then what will the conversation along the lines go with the
Now,
sat-nav?
the sat-nav states following the road ahead.
Yeah, the sat
Fourth
nav is
exit.
going to tell you to go fourth exit, follow the road, implying the left-hand side of the road.
Yes.
Well, don't. Look at the planning board carefully. Well, they used to say that when it's in the winter when it's cut back. It's actually fourth exit right. So ignore the sat nav for this roundabout. I want you to proceed to the roundabout, taking the fourth exit right.
And you will be given that information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Words to that effect. Now, basically, turning you is be on the right-hand side with a right signal.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll move off when it's safe to do so. So we're coming up here.
This is another angle where it's quite tricky to get out of as well.
Yeah, and there's quite a bit of gravel on the right here. So if you go too far right, you're going to be wheel spinning in gravel. Now, again, this is one of these junctions where I've been sat here for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, same.
Again, nobody signals correctly. So you've got cars going down the A14, all the way from the Kettering on the right, and also from Wellingborough. So there's a lot of traffic coming around and coming off the roundabout. And the key here, if you dawdle, you are absolutely doomed. You've got to look, assess, decide, and really act on what you see. Put your foot down.
Don't be afraid of the gas.
Don't be afraid of the gas pedal. The risk is behind you, not in front of you. Get away from it there. Coming round there. So again, that car, you see cars are coming around here. Now, if you come this way, ideally, we want the left lane.
Yeah, sometimes you are forced over into that right.
If someone's coming around fast. So do practice this side. That is short and horrible.
Yes.
This side, it just becomes its own lane. But we've got to be very careful whether the lanes meet that we're not undertaking. So what we do in this situation?
Well, I'm not convinced I'd get ahead of them.
No.
So I'm just holding back. Yeah.
Traffic should come across if they're following the rules correctly. So hold it in, do not be undertaking because you're quite vulnerable to the cars just coming across.
This is always the awkward situation here though, and they're not coming over, and now I'm left here, unable to continue.
Now, again, it all depends. If the sat-nav tells you 1 junction, stay over.
Yeah.
If it's 2 junctions down to junction 7, if you've got the opportunity, bring yourself out. We're only going to go 1 junction.
Yeah. Each time we've come down here, we've just got quieter and quieter.
No, there's so much we can talk.
Yeah. Here we go again.
Here we go again. We just ended the bit on the end. Fade in, fade out. We're magically doing the 5th exit. Okay, so we're down here to the roundabout, second exit for the road room, back to a last option here up at the A14, which is straight up to the A14, and 5th exit right, following the signs to A14, the Midlands. So you might be asked to follow the signs to Wellingborough or all through routes. This could be quite a good. Hello.
Change the signal. Yes, the vehicle there came with rather wonky signal, changed their mind at the last minute there, so we just changed what we did accordingly. Yeah, we just changed accordingly what we did accordingly. So, following the road ahead, second exit. Quite a good lesson actually.
driving test. Brixton's a lot easier on this.
Yeah, yeah.
And 5th exit right to the Midlands. See, the planning book doesn't differentiate between the ones you can and the ones you can't go down.
Oh no, I don't see that.
Why couldn't they just put a little no entry on it?
Yeah, exactly. Why do they even need to label them on there? Is it because they're so far apart?
I don't know. If it's because if it didn't, people mislead it for here comes your next junction, maybe.
Yeah.
But it could just easily put a no entry on it, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Wasn't hanging around. So, we don't want to be on the right hand side, it's harder, but we need to practice it in case you are. Yeah, that van moved out the last minute, so we had to ease off there. It's very easy, the road just tapers away into nothing. The secret there is not to go too fast, isn't it?
Yeah,
hold yourself back, hold it back till you've got a line of sight, you need to slow down if necessary. And also give people a chance to react to you if they're going to move out for you.
Exactly.
The thing is, if you're in this lane, you're in a much better position to make progress as well, though, aren't we? As if you get stuck in the left lane.
It is, especially like you say with that slip road coming up.
Yeah.
It's quite an active slip road that with all, it's a lorry park, isn't it?
Yeah, there's quite a lot going on. There's a Starbucks in there. There's also a travel lodge. There's all sorts of little businesses in there. Okay, so that's the end of either the first 5 minutes or the last 5 minutes, depending on which video you're watching. We're going to save some time with the same outro for both videos and on both 2 channels as well. So if you subscribe to my channel, R Drive School of Motoring, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. If you haven't, if you subscribe to mine but not to Rebecca's, RJ Driving Coach, give that one a subscribe as well.
Yep.
And
like and subscribe.
Absolutely. And if you've got any comments or suggestions for future videos you find useful, just leave in the suggestion box as well.
We'll try our best.